Have you ever walked into a room and noticed that one person who doesn't say a word, doesn't try to be the center of attention, and doesn't wear flashy clothes, yet everyone is subtly drawn to them? When they speak, people actually listen. When they walk in, the energy of the room shifts. They have a quiet, unshakable gravity. They are, simply put, magnetic. We live in a world that is obsessed with charisma. You can buy books, take courses, and watch hundreds of videos from charisma gurus who teach you how to fake it. They tell you to use specific hand gestures, to modulate your voice, to use psychological tricks to make people like you. But deep down, you know it feels hollow. You know that people can sense when you are performing. True magnetism isn't a trick. It isn't a hack. It is a byproduct of your character. It is the natural result of having a mind that is completely at peace with itself. The ancient Stoics, men like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, understood this better than anyone. They didn't care about being liked or being the life of the party. They cared about being virtuous, rational, and unbothered by the chaos of the world. And ironically, by not caring about being magnetic, they became the most magnetic people in history. Today I am going to share with you 17 tiny daily Stoic habits that will completely transform your presence. These aren't massive life overhauls. They are small, subtle shifts in how you carry yourself, how you speak, and how you view the world. If you practice them, you won't just become more attractive to others. You will become deeply, profoundly attractive to yourself. Let's dive in. Habit 1. The morning anchor. Most people wake up and immediately let the world dictate their mood. They check their phone, see a stressful email, read a negative news headline, and instantly their nervous system is spiked. They start the day reactive. Marcus Aurelius started his mornings by reminding himself of his own character. He wrote, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness." He wasn't being negative. He was preparing his mind, the habit. Before you look at your phone, take 2 minutes to set your intention. Tell yourself, no matter what happens today, I will remain calm. I will be kind. I will not let outside events control my inner peace. When you start the day anchored in your own mind, you project a quiet confidence that people can instantly feel. The habit 2. The 3-second pause. When someone asks you a question or worse, insults you, your brain wants to answer instantly. You want to defend yourself. You want to prove you are smart. But instant reactions are usually emotional reactions. And emotional reactions are rarely attractive. Epictetus taught us that we have power over our minds, not outside events. The ultimate display of power is the pause, the habit. When someone finishes speaking, wait 3 full seconds before you respond. Look them in the eyes. Take a breath. This tiny pause shows that you are not easily rattled. It shows that you think before you speak. It makes your words carry 10 times more weight. Habit 3. The 2 ears, 1 mouth. Rule. We all know that one person who is constantly waiting for their turn to speak. They aren't listening to you. They are just reloading their own story. It's exhausting to be around them. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say." The habit. In your next conversation, make it your goal to listen 80% of the time and speak 20% of the time. Ask follow-up questions. Actually absorb what they are saying. When you make someone feel truly heard and understood, they will associate that incredible feeling with you. That is pure magnetism. Habit 4. The calm gaze. When we are nervous or insecure, our eyes dart around the room. We look at our phones, we look at the floor. We avoid eye contact because we are afraid of being judged. A Stoic does not fear the judgment of others because a Stoic only judges themselves by their own virtues. The habit. Practice holding calm, relaxed eye contact. Don't stare them down aggressively. Just hold their gaze with a soft, relaxed expression. When you can hold eye contact without flinching, it signals to everyone in the room that you are completely comfortable in your own skin. Speak in short, clear sentences. Insecure people ramble. They over-explain. They use 50 words when 5 will do, because they are desperately trying to convince you of their worth. Marcus Aurelius wrote his own personal journal, Meditations in Short, Punchy, Direct Sentences. He didn't waste words. The habit: cut your sentences in half. Say what you mean, and then stop talking. Silence is not awkward. Silence is powerful. When you speak less, people lean in to hear what you have to say. Habit 6. The zero complaining rule. Complaining is the ultimate energy vampire. When you complain about the weather, the traffic, your boss, or the food, you are telling the world, I am a victim of my circumstances. People are naturally repelled by victims. The Stoics practiced Amor Fati, a love of fate. They accepted reality exactly as it was, without whining. The habit: go 1 full week without complaining about a single thing. If it rains, say, good, the plants need water. If you get stuck in traffic, say, good, I have time to listen to a podcast. When you become a person who never complains, you become a rare, refreshing oasis in a world of negativity. People will naturally gravitate toward your positive energy. Habit 7. Dress with quiet dignity. You don't need to wear expensive designer clothes to be magnetic. In fact, trying too hard to look rich or trendy often signals deep insecurity. Seneca warned against the vanity of outward appearances. He believed that true dignity comes from within, but he also respected presenting oneself with neatness and self-respect. The habit: dress simply, cleanly, and neatly. Wear clothes that fit well and make you feel comfortable and confident. Don't dress to impress others. Dress to show respect for yourself. When you don't care about showing off, you project a quiet, effortless elegance. Habit 8. Keep micro-promises. Magnetism is rooted in self-trust. If you tell yourself you're going to work out, and you don't. If you say you're going to read, and you scroll on your phone instead, you are teaching your brain that you are a liar. And people can subconsciously sense when someone doesn't respect their own word. The habit: start keeping tiny promises to yourself. If you say you will drink a glass of water when you wake up, do it. If you say you will make your bed, do it. When you build a track record of keeping small promises, you radiate a quiet, unshakable self-respect that others find deeply attractive. Habit 9. Treat everyone like an emperor. The Stoics believed in cosmopolitanism. The idea that we are all citizens of the world and every human being possesses a spark of divine reason. A truly magnetic person does not change their personality based on who they are talking to. They don't suck up to the boss and ignore the waiter. The habit: treat the janitor, the cashier, and the CEO with the exact same level of respect, warmth, and eye contact. When people see that your kindness is not conditional on their status, they will trust you implicitly. Habit 10. Drop the ego and apologize quickly. Nothing kills magnetism faster than a fragile ego. We've all seen the person who refuses to admit they are wrong, who twists the argument, who makes excuses. It's incredibly unattractive. Epictetus taught that it is not things that upset us, but our judgments about them. If you made a mistake, your judgment should simply be, I was wrong. I will fix it. The habit: the next time you mess up, don't defend yourself. Look the person in the eye and say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. How can I make it right? It takes immense strength to drop your ego, and strength is the most magnetic trait a human being can possess. Habit 11. Detach from the applause. We live in an era where people are addicted to validation. We post a photo and refresh the page to see how many people liked us. We change our opinions to fit in with the crowd. We are puppets dancing on the strings of other people's approval. Marcus Aurelius asked himself, why do I care so much about the opinions of people whose own minds I do not respect? The habit: stop performing. Stop posting things just to get a reaction. Stop agreeing with people just to avoid conflict. When you become entirely comfortable with being misunderstood, you project a fierce independence. People are drawn to those who do not need their approval. Habit 12. Embrace micro-discomforts. Comfort makes us soft. When we live in a world of perfect temperatures, instant food delivery, and endless entertainment, our minds become fragile. And fragile people are not magnetic. They are needy. Seneca practiced voluntary poverty. He would eat the cheapest food and wear the roughest clothes just to prove to himself that he didn't need luxury to be happy. Introduce tiny discomforts into your day. Take a cold shower. Fast for 16 hours. Leave your phone in another room for 3 hours. When you voluntarily choose difficulty, you build an emotional callus. You project a rugged, disciplined energy that says, I can handle whatever life throws at me. Cultivate a deep mind. Small talk is fine, but deep conversation is magnetic. If your mind is only filled with celebrity gossip, reality TV, and internet drama, you will have nothing of substance to offer when the conversation gets deep. The Stoics were lifelong learners. They read, they studied, they reflected. Asterisk, the habit: read for 20 minutes a day. Read philosophy, history, psychology, or biographies. Feed your mind with deep, timeless ideas. When you have a mind full of substance, your eye light up when you talk, and people will want to pick your brain for hours. Asterisk, habit 14. Love the inconvenience. We hate it when our plans get ruined. We get angry when the flight is delayed, when the coffee shop gets our order wrong, when it rains on our day off. We think a good life is a life without obstacles. But Marcus Aurelius wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The habit. When something goes wrong today, smile and say, good. Find the hidden benefit. The flight is delayed. Good, I can finish my book. The coffee is wrong. Good, I can practice patience. When you stop fighting reality and start embracing it, you become unbothered. And an unbothered person is the most magnetic person in the room. Sech asterisk, habit 15. The evening audit. Most people go to sleep with their brains still buzzing with anxiety, replaying awkward moments, and worrying about tomorrow. They never actually process their day, so they never grow from it. Seneca would wait until his wife was asleep, and then he would review his entire day. He would ask himself where he succeeded and where he failed, without judgment, just to learn. The habit. Before you go to sleep, ask yourself 2 questions. What did I do well today? What could I do better tomorrow? This simple 2-minute habit closes the loop on your day. It allows you to let go of the stress and sleep in total peace. A well-rested, peaceful mind is naturally radiant. Asterisk, habit 16. Leave a positive footprint. We often think of magnetism as something we get from others. But true magnetism is something you give. It's the energy you leave behind when you leave a room. The Stoics believed deeply in our duty to the human community. We are like feet, hands, and eyelids, meant to work together. The habit. Leave every place slightly better than you found it. Pick up a piece of trash. Hold the door. Give a genuine compliment to a stranger. Clean up your dishes. When you operate from a place of quiet service, you project a warm, protective energy that makes people feel safe around you. Asterisk, habit 17. Live with memento mori, urgency. This is the ultimate Stoic habit and the most powerful. Memento mori means remember that you must die. We walk around acting like we have infinite time. We hold grudges for years. We put off our dreams. We waste hours arguing with strangers on the internet. We act like we are going to live forever. And because of that, we live with a low-level background anxiety. Seneca wrote, let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. The habit. Once a day, look at the sky and remind yourself, I am not guaranteed tomorrow. This day is a gift. When you truly internalize that your time is short, the petty things stop bothering you. You stop sweating the small stuff. You look people in the eye with genuine warmth because you know you might not see them again. You live with a passionate, urgent, yet completely peaceful presence. And that presence is utterly, undeniably magnetic. If this video gave you a new perspective on what it means to be truly attractive and magnetic, do me a favor. Share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Let them know that they don't need to change who they are. They just need to refine who they already are. And if you want to continue building an unbreakable mind and a deeply magnetic character, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are building a community of people who choose wisdom, virtue, and quiet strength over noise and chaos every single week. Until next time, guard your mind, master your character, and let your actions speak.